Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on Lockdown Tuesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Queensland. Of course, we're heading with the defending state champions in under 16s and under 18s. And of course, that is the Redlands Softball Association. Of course, we've got a couple of the players join us right now and tell us a bit about it. Thanks all you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I will get all you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position you all play on the field.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Jasmine and I play first base.
I'm Izzy and I pitch, play first base and outfield.
I'm Sophie. I pitch and play pivots.
I'm Soraya and I play pivots, mainly shortstop.
Hi, I'm Naomi and I play pitcher and second base.
I'm Regan and I play catch and second base.
I'm Katie. I play outfield and pivot.
I'm Chelsea and I play corners and outfield.
I'm Matisse and I catch and play third base.
Well, let's start with the 18s first, which pretty much is pretty much all of you, or most of you anyway. Tell us a bit about the state champs and especially the journey all the way to winning the championship.
Basically, we won all our round games, like to start off with in our pool. And then we went through, what's it called? Like crossovers. And we won all of them but the Brisbane game, like the first Brisbane game that we...
Yeah, so what Regan was like trying to say is like we lost the game, like one game to Brisbane, and then we went into like after crossovers, we went through to like semi-finals basically, and we versed Brisbane again. We versed them like 3 times over the whole tournament.
And we won 1 out of 3.
2 out of 3, Soraya.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
2?
Yeah,
Two. Lol.
Oh my god.
I was thinking 2, but I said 1.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about the grand final. I'm assuming you versed Brisbane because then you versed them 3 times. I'm assuming one of those was against Brisbane. You played in the grand final.
Yeah, that's right. We, in the grand final, it was a fairly close game for the majority of the game, and we managed to come ahead. We had like our batting was kind of just, we kept batting over and over, and it's like a good rally and everything like that, and then we ended up taking the win after some cool plays were made, and then also a few of us just made errors in the very last innings before we won, including myself. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. We came out with the win, and that's what we wanted.
So the silliest question I'm going to ask you is, when did you sort of felt that you knew you won the state championship and you just got a chance to enjoy the moment?
I thought that we were like, oh, I don't know what innings it was, but like they were ahead, and our coach was like, we have a few innings to get the runs, so you don't have to get them all straight away, and then we go back and get like 7 runs or something like that in that one innings. And I was like, okay, so we're up, so we should hold like this now. And then we did, and I was so like, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of told us that we had like more than 1 innings to do it, but we did it in 1 innings and got up in 1, and it was pretty funny.
Tell us a bit about your 18s coach.
They're all great. We've had a couple of them for a few years now, which is like good. Like our manager, she's amazing. Like she has everything ready. And then we had Tamika Whitefield, which she's obviously very experienced and helps us a lot. Ivan, he's just he's like very knowledgeable, so he knows what he's talking about, and we just like have to trust him and just don't not agree with him. Like just trust him. Like even though if you don't think you can trust him, just trust him because he knows what he's talking about. And yeah.
and Nikki. My God,
Soraya. And Nikki.
My God.
She's great too. She's very knowledgeable, and they all just work together to help.
Yeah, they work good as a team, I think, like as a good coaching staff. And Edda, our scorer. Yeah. Can't forget good old Edda.
She makes good slices.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I need to ask you this question. Obviously, I know you got a couple minutes. You've got to leave to go to work. Now, obviously, you mentioned about Tamika, which obviously most of our Smash FM listeners would know. That obviously yourself and Tamika is one of our ambassadors. I guess how special, and I'll ask the same question to the group in a moment as well. How special is to have Tamika, who obviously just just finished her Australian campaign, preparing for the Olympics?
Yeah, it was pretty special. Like, we didn't know she was coming for, I don't know, maybe a few weeks, and then she started coming to trainings and helping out, and then she ended up coming to the tournament. And like, it's just really good because she's like, she knows what we've been through and like knows how capable we are because she's obviously been through the same stuff we've been through. And having someone like her just like really motivated us and inspired us.
And the same question to the team. How special is to have an amazing Australian softball player like Tamika as one of your coaches?
I think it was like really good. You don't normally get that experience with someone like Tamika. She knows a lot. She shares a lot with us and just helps us grow as players. So it was a really good experience.
Yeah, it was really good because she had like a lot of knowledge of the game and like she was able to communicate it to us and like really help us like learn from like our previous games and stuff. So it was really good.
And I also think like she's been at like softball with us like for all our lives, pretty much most of us. And like she's seen how we play. She's seen like our capabilities and all that. And she pushes us hard as well, like because she knows how well we can play.
And how friendly she is towards everyone. Like, it's really good. She's like everyone's best friend.
Now, of course, I think one person you all forgot to mention as well was your team manager. Tell us about your amazing team manager.
She's pretty
Shauna.
lit.
Yeah, she's so cool. I love Shauna. She's just like so chill and like I think she's just
Yeah, she's very approachable, very always there for us.
Yeah, she made sure we had like everything when we like needed to have it. And like she was very organized with like washing all the clothes and stuff and like making sure we had all the food and like getting to the places. Yeah.
She really makes you feel like when you go away, because sometimes people like obviously miss their parents and their home and everything like that, but Shauna really makes it like she's your little tournament mum and she has everything organized for you. And she just like even if you need to like talk halfway through the tournament, she's just going to be there and she'll sit down with you and she makes you feel a lot better.
Pretty much everyone's mum. Like she's a mum to everyone, not just her own children, but she's just like she's the mum of softball, if you know what I mean. The mum of Redlands.
Yeah, she's very well known at Redlands.
Mm-hmm. Even though she can't park a bus, but
quite scary.
Now this final one obviously I'll ask this last one for Saray before she goes. Obviously she's got to leave now or very shortly. So Saray, what does this state championship mean to you? And then I'll ask the same question to the team once you finish.
This championship just meant a lot to me as it's like my last 18, so last underage championship. So I just loved like having fun with all the girls. And like I've grown up with a lot of them. Being able to just stay in that age group, I reckon was just really fun. And like coming out on top just like really made me happy knowing that it's like our last year together. Well, not together forever, but like together until like Open Women's and later on in life and stuff. It just made me realize like how much of a group we actually are. And just that's like how fun softball can really be with your friends.
I'll let you guys through because I know you've got work. So I want to thank you for joining us, and then I'll and thanks so much for joining us, Saray. And obviously I will get to chat with you soon.
Yeah, I will definitely chat with you soon. I do like your shirt in the corner. I had to say that. Not the right one, but the left one.
Yes.
Sorry, Matisse.
That's right. I like the right one, to be honest. I think that one's a little bit nicer.
Okay. Well, catch us later. Have fun.
No worries. Well, now,
That's all right.
Bye.
similar question. What does the state champs mean to all of you?
Me personally, because it was with Soraya, it was my last year in 18s, as well as being like injured last year, so I wasn't really able to do a lot of softball. But I think this state championship was really just a time for me to come back and really play with the rest of the team and hopefully win, and which we did, which was really good. And just also see a lot of the younger ones, see how like much their leadership is coming through as well, especially when a lot of us leave next year, and I know Redlands is going to be in good hands without us being there.
Yeah, I think it was like such a good tournament to play with the girls. We've all pretty much been like in the same team for so long, like since like under 13s or something like that. We've had like the older girls as well as like the younger girls, and like we've all just grown up together, and it's like so good just playing like all together again, and actually winning like under 18s, like losing the grand final last year. Like I think it was just good, like so good.
I want to turn my attention to the 16s for those who were in the 16s as well, which I think it was the week before the 18s. Tell us a bit about the run to the state champs, obviously winning the whole thing in 16s.
Yeah, so we went through undefeated, which was really good.
Yeah, we ended up playing, who was it, Toowoomba in the final, so they came through, and it was a pretty good game. We won by quite a bit, but it was still a great game.
It was just such a good tournament, like just because there's younger ones, like there's ones younger than us who are like 12 years old just on our under 16s tournament, and we just had to train so hard to get us all together and everything. And like winning 2 state championships in 2 weeks just says a lot for Redlands, you know, like just this year Redlands have won so many state titles, and for me and some of the other girls on this team, it was our last year in 16s, and like winning it undefeated was just like a really good memory.
Yeah, and even with like the younger girls on the 16s team, I think it was like a really good experience for them, and like for us as well, just like working with them and like just having the whole entire experience with them. It was really good.
Now, I can see some of you or most of you got your medals on. I think some of you have actually got 2 medals on actually around your necks, which I'll get all you to show to us your state champ medals.
I've got mine.
No, that's right. All good. There it is. So the question I want to ask all of you is, how long did you wear your state champ medals for, and did any of you sleep with it?
I feel like that'd be pretty dangerous.
I
If you slept with it on.
Yeah, to be
feel like
honest,
I'd lose it in my sleep.
I can't tell you where mine is, to be honest. So
Very good.
I feel like I'd lose it in my bed while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to like have a photo with the shield, especially the 16s and 18s who had to do it twice in 2 weeks?
I think we all got a chance to pass it around and get our individual photos after the closing ceremony. We all got our chance to get the photo.
I don't think I got a photo. I don't know whether
Me neither.
I actually think we got it like with our individual clubs. Like I'm pretty sure well, for Sharks, like we had our like the thing in ours.
Yeah, for Scorpions, it's just me, Izzy, and Soraya from Scorpions, and we got a little trio photo with the shield. It was pretty good.
I'm going to ask this question for the girls that did 16s and 18s in particular. Which one is more special, the 16s or the 18s?
I feel like they're both as special as each other, because we won both, and they're just both like amazing memories to have, you know?
Yeah, kind of like I agree. Like it's our last year in 16, so that was pretty special. But then also like winning the 18s and like going up next year playing that as our age group kind of just like sets the bar, know how we need it, like where we need to step up to, and it's just as special.
Yeah.
Yeah, like playing with the older girls, that was pretty special because we got to like learn a lot from them. And then also like our last year in 16s, that was pretty special as well.
Yeah, playing with like two different age groups, like people that are like 2-3 years younger or 2-3 years older, it's a mix, but like we can make good memories and relationships out of it.
Now, sticking with the 16s, a similar question I just asked everyone with the 18s earlier. Tell us a bit about your coaches.
Yeah, so we had Jeremy as our head coach. We had Trisha for our manager and Penny as our scorer.
And Casey
as our coach. They were a great team. They all worked well together. And loved
like they were the best coaching squad. They just clicked together so quickly.
Yeah.
Can I just say Penny makes the best food? Like the
Yes,
best.
she does.
I came to watch the 16s and I messaged Katie and I was like, can I come steal some slices?
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
Especially like Casey and Jeremy together. Like Casey and Jeremy were just the funniest pair of coaches. And it was such a funny weekend just watching them like argue about the most silly stuff. It was funny.
So my question is, how did all you get involved in softball and why did you choose it?
I personally didn't, I mean, I had a choice, but I like to think that I didn't have a choice because my mum played softball when she was younger. And at the time, my brother was also playing like baseball and softball. So I kind of followed him around. I was a bit of a sheep and I did pretty much whatever he did. And that pretty much led me to softball. And then I turned out that I actually really enjoyed it and I stuck with it. And then, yeah, here I am.
Yeah, mine's a bit different. I started through school and then the HPE coaches asked if I wanted to try for Med East in like under 12s. So I tried for that and made it and just went on through there and just have kept going and loved it ever since.
Yeah, I have a similar story to that. I was in primary school. I only started about 2 to 3 years ago. I was in year 6 and my HB teacher at the time said, Chelsea, you can throw a ball pretty far. Would you like to try out for Med East? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I've never played this before, but I'll try. And so I made the team never knowing how to play. And yeah, here I am.
Yeah, so I basically started in the US like when I was really young, and I just started playing like from a really young age. And I had a team where we used to travel like to all these other states and play, and that just like really like interested me and stuff. And like I just found it really fun just like being with a team.
I started playing because my mum used to play and I would come watch her, like, and I'd sit on the bench and wear her helmet. And I'd always ask her when I could start playing, and she was like, you have to wait, because I wasn't old enough. But as soon as I was old enough, I started, and then from there it just kept going.
I started softball from my dad asking me. It was like back a couple of years ago, and I said, yeah, sure, as a joke, but here I am.
Yeah, I pretty much grew up at softball because my mum played and my older sister played, and then I started playing from a young age, and then I guess the whole family just started playing.
Yeah, I'm same as Regan. My mum played softball when she was younger and she still does. And then my older sisters played as well. So I used to just say, I might as well play. I'm here anyway. Yeah.
Izzy, I need to ask you this question. I'm intrigued when you mentioned that obviously you started softball when you were in the US. Tell us, whereabouts did you do softball over in the US? And I guess, and is there any differences between our softball and the softball that you experienced in the US?
Well, I was living in New York, so I played softball in New York. I played it since I was in kindergarten, and I think softball is a bit different. Like for me, I had to travel an hour away just to get to practice, and practice was 7 days a week, and it was really intense because it was practically every weekend we would go away to a tournament, and it would just be like weekend after weekend we had to play a tournament, and like there was like really no break like in between practices and stuff, but it was a lot of fun.
What does the sport of softball mean to all of you, especially representing the Redlands?
To me, softball is just kind of something that is just like a part of my life. I feel like I don't actually know what other sport I would play if I didn't play softball. It's like probably shaped a lot of what I do in my like day-to-day activities and everything like that. And
I feel like softball's like a big community. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's supportive of each other. And it's kind of just like a small family within it, you know, just a nice community and people to be around.
I guess it's just like a chance to play with other people who like love this sport as much as I do, and like they're just like great teammates and like really nice and like always help you. And yeah, I think it's like really fun to play, and it's just a really good opportunity to like, I don't know, get away from like everyday life. And yeah.
Yeah, like you, like every weekend you're at softball, you have trainings throughout the week, like in the afternoons. Like if I didn't have softball, I don't know where I'd be, to be honest. Like it's pretty much my life, and my whole family's there, like not blood related as well. Like my blood related is there, but like just, you know, your friends are at softball, and that's just like always what it's going to be like.
I feel like just growing up like at softball, even before I played, and like then when I started playing, like I feel like everyone I know is from softball. Or like whenever I go somewhere, mum's always talking to someone and they always start talking about softball, like somehow there's a connection.
Yeah, like everyone at Redlands knows each other and like from other associations, and it's just like in the past 2.5 years it's grown so much in my life, and it's kind of like shaped the person who I am today. Like all of my closest friends, and like what Regan said, like they're my family now. Like they're not just my friends, they're so close to me, and like I have the best relationships with everyone there.
And what would be your advice to people that should get involved in softball, especially at the Redlands Softball Association?
I think you should come down, give it a go, because Redlands is just like just a good place to start and finish. Stay at Redlands, because like Redlands is the best club, you know, and like everyone's just so nice there and like so welcoming, and even if you don't know anyone, you will end up like knowing everyone there, because we're all just, you know, big fam.
Yeah, same with what just Regan said as well. There's a lot of very knowledgeable people down at softball, especially at Redlands, and there's a lot of, you know, elite players and everything like that, and coaches who just have endless wisdom and endless advice to help you and everything like that. And it's a good place to go and get better at softball.
You all mentioned right at the start what position you'll play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you like to convince the coaches to put you next time you're on the softball field, where would that be?
I know what Matisse would want to do.
Matisse would love to be a pitcher.
Yeah,
Matisse would love to be a pitcher.
Yes, that's right.
I'm an extremely good pitcher. I'm a very good pitcher, but no coaches ever believe me until they actually see me in action. I've actually pitched a game before, and we won that game because of my pitching, everyone. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I have a really good change up.
I've seen it. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah, pretty much that we're all pitchers, even the players that don't pitch, because, you know, we were pitching at training and we're all gun weapon.
Regan's not good at all at pitching.
Okay.
Now, I have to ask, now, considering Soraya actually mentioned it before she left, and I know Matisse have just mentioned it as well. Also, I've got the two jerseys behind me. Any of the others like involved in like the summer competition at all that you might have to verse against these two, or in these two teams behind me?
Panthers last season, I was in
Yeah, me and Sophie are Red Sox. Me and Sophie, we're all Red Sox.
Oh yeah, we're Red Sox, yeah.
Most everyone in this team's Red Sox.
No, it's just me and you, Jazz.
No, United.
Oh yeah, Naomi and I go for Bears. We play Bears because Bears rock, and
That's
everyone
nice.
else sucks.
I used to play for Saints there, and then yeah.
Yeah, United's the best. I play there now, and it's so good.
First one is, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field during state champs, and what was it? In the 16s, you can include your 16s or 18s.
I don't know if it wasn't really on the field that is embarrassing, but in our grand final, there's like this commentator, and he's probably like said my name probably about 10 times before at other tournaments, but he thought on the scorecard my name was Natasha, and so every time he called me out, he would say Natasha, and then everyone would laugh, and it was embarrassing for me. And then every time everyone like tried to correct him, but he continued to say Natasha.
Did you try to correct him yourself?
Yeah. And he just kept calling me Natasha. And he was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I remember like when I was catching, and he said Matisse's name, me, the like umpire, and I think it was the batter, all just turned around at him and was like, "It's Matisse." That was so funny.
Some of you mentioned before that you have brothers and sisters that play the sport. Who's the better softball player?
Me, 100%.
Me.
More talented, that's what it is.
I'm actually more dedicated because I'm the only one that plays now in my like siblings. So yeah, but I was always the best. Yeah.
Now, who's the comedian in the team?
Steph's pretty funny when she wants to be.
Yeah.
Steph isn't here, but shout out to Steph.
Yeah. Shower.
She was showering.
Lakaya, she's not on here because she's too young to do under 18s, but she's
like
funny.
the way she talks is just really funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Dakota
Lakaya.
too. Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy's
Man.
pretty funny.
Anyone into their TikToks in 18s and 16s?
Every time I was just in a room with Steph and Soraya, and every time I went into like their bedroom, Soraya was making me a TikTok. Like every single
Yeah.
time.
I was just standing in the hallway and Soraya starts making a TikTok and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we were in the elevator and she just pulls out her phone and starts making me a TikTok.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Now, my next one is, any good singers in the team we should know about?
This is very good at Justin Bieber songs.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do.
It's her specialty.
Yeah. I'm extremely good at it, and my voice is impeccable.
Yeah.
Just call me Steph, honestly.
Was there a particular pump-up song to hype the team up before we go for the 16s and 18s?
I don't know if there's a particular song, but we had a playlist before we went for the 16s and we had one for the 18s, but I don't know if there was a certain song.
I think it was the
Steph-
same couple
Steph forgot to bring
songs
the
on
speaker.
repeat.
Yeah, we forgot to bring the
Second day.
speaker to the field, but
We left
We
it in the
actually-
manager's room.
yeah. But we listened to music on the bus, so that pumped us up, I think. I was so bad with music. I don't know who gave me the music. I was so bad.
Yeah, Regan got kicked off the music.
Regan was calm.
No,
with it. It was
I
pretty
kicked
funny.
myself up. I gave you all
Oh,
mine. Yeah. Yeah.
mm.
Even
I'm
I
under
have to help
pressure.
Regan with music.
Yeah, I asked you. I don't know what to do.
Sorry, Regan, I've got to ask you this as a follow-up then. So what type of music did you try to give the team?
Well, I used the 16s playlist and the 18s playlist. But I didn't know what to put on, so I just gave it to everyone else. So that's, yeah. I voluntarily withdrew from being the Orcs.
I'm pretty sure you got kicked.
Got booted.
Got booted.
How important has your family and your parents been throughout your softball journey?
Definitely very important because I don't think any of us would get to trainings without them. Especially since
Yeah.
I have my license now, but before that they would take me to every training and every game, driving me everywhere.
And
Also-
paying for everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Also, like, just there to support you for everything. Like, if you've had a bad game or you're not feeling great that day, they're just always there to support you. Like, don't worry, next game, and just stuff like that.
And like they were all sitting in the same area, like behind all the games. And they even let us have their shade so we could sit in the shade in a game break.
Yeah, I think family was really important because like my family, they would like drive down like to Redcliffe like every day, like just to see like the warm up and then like the whole entire games. And then they would just like sit out in the sun and like watch the games and like they wouldn't even complain about it. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like with softball, I don't think I'd be the player I am without them because like Regan and Jazz said before, like they take us everywhere, they pay for everything. And like the parents like know everyone else's parents. Like they're all like friends like us. They're all like best friends and it's really good.
And we'll finish off with this one last one. Describe your 16s for those who are in the 16s. And obviously, and to add on to that, describe your 18s team in one word.
Interesting. For 18s.
I'm going to go with exotic for 18s.
Otherworldly, probably, for 18s.
I'd just say like amazing overall. Everyone had their moments. Everyone made us laugh.
Everyone had their moments.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Different in a good way. It's like different from our other 16s tournaments, but like great. You know?
I'm gonna say we're bad biddies. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. That's 2 words, but with this little thing in the middle.
Yeah, just hyphen it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. It's awesome having all of you on the show. Congratulations from all of us here at Smash FM for winning the state championships with not just the 18s, but the 16s as well. Make it 2 in 2 weeks. And hopefully the next year that you can back it up again and win it all again next year in 2022.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No.
Guess what? I'll see
What?
you next year.
No.
Really?
Very good.
Don't jinx it.
Be back.
Yeah.
Touch wood. Everyone touch wood.
We'll be back.